So the ID at Xbox Games Showcase happened yesterday, and so did this. Yeah, I'm not making this up. This is an actual game, and let's just get into it.
Allow me to introduce myself. Who knows what dastardly crime he might perpetrate next?
He's a very clever arch criminal who must be put away. Another innocent victim of suicidal mania.
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Of course, we're talking ID at Xbox, and there wasn't just lawn mowing simulators and fishing games. Yes, there was a fishing game. There were, in fact, plenty of good games shown, some of which looked very promising, like this game here. This is Exo Mecca, an online multiplayer game that sort of looks like Titanfall maybe, but we'll have to see about that. In any case, it looks like a game that would be fun to jump in with friends. Now, this is a first-person online shooter coming by way of Twisted Red, and it looks pretty good for a free-to-play game. So, of course, I had to put this on my list of one of the most notable games at this ID at Xbox 2021. What do you guys think about this game? Should be out later this year. Song of Iron, another game that stood out to me both graphically and gameplay-wise. Now, this is a very stylistic 2D side-scroller set in Norse mythology that is sure to scratch your Viking itch, and it should be out sometime in the next few months. This, according to its solo developer, Mr. Joe Winter. And personally, for a 2D side-scroller, I think it looks pretty badass. Kinda crazy that one guy is making this game, but it's definitely on my list. But is it on yours?
Open the door, right now!
You know me. I love you. You have to believe me.
Stop!
No!
You're under arrest!
No.
Hey!
With a cast like James McAvoy, Daisy Ridley, and Willem Dafoe, it definitely makes this game 12 minutes all the more intriguing. Now, this interactive game has you play as a man who's portrayed by McAvoy, and he's having a romantic evening with his wife, played by Ridley, of course, because, well... Anyway, the evening is interrupted by Dafoe, who plays an intruding attacker who knocks your character out. And as you wake, you find yourself at the start of this whole 12-minute time loop, hence the name. It's basically like Groundhog Day, except no Bill Murray and no funny. And it's definitely a game that I'm gonna check out later this year. Now, the Ascent wasn't originally on my radar, but the more I see of this game, the more I get excited for it. Now, this is a solo or co-op RPG game set in the cyberpunk universe. And as with other cyberpunk games, you're trying to defeat all the gangs and all the corporations within the game that are essentially trying to take over the world. Imagine that. And the Ascent just so happens to be the name of the biggest and greediest corporation there is that essentially owns everyone, including you. This game by Neon Giant is also set to release sometime later this year. And if you're anything like me and you're a fan of the Diablo series, this may be one to keep your eye on, because it's a very similar styled game, just set in a dystopian cyberpunk world. Now, for me, I saved the best for last. Stalker II has been on my radar ever since I've seen the reveal. Now, of course, this game is the sequel to the award-winning PC game Stalker, where you play as a stalker, referred to as the Marked One, who also happens to have amnesia and are tasked with killing another stalker in the game. Now, of course, like many other games where you might have amnesia throughout the game, you start unraveling clues to your past and your true identity, and that's pretty much what happens in that game as well. This is reported to be a continuation of that game, and it just looks good to me. For an open world, post-apocalyptic survival horror game, it's right up my alley. Can't wait to play this game. But what's interesting here is we didn't get any new gameplay or trailer. Instead, we got to see new clothing and teeth. Damn! No, not those teeth. These teeth. According to the developers at GSC Game World, they're spending a lot of time with each character in the world of Stalker II so that they all are very unique. Because honestly, seeing something like this in an open world game designed to make you feel a part of it, well, it just pulls you right out. And one of those defining characteristics that these developers explained are teeth. Jeez! And the fine folks at GSC Game World focused a lot on tooth models. They showed us that their characters in the world can have big teeth, small teeth, cap teeth, no teeth. Pretty interesting. Yep. Still excited for this game, by the way. Anyway, I thought that this ID at Xbox game showcase was pretty decent overall. And honestly, I can't wait to play these games day one on Game Pass.
Exclusive.
What the hell? Anyway, it's cool that they'll all be out day one on Game Pass.
Hey, Game Pass members, every game you see today, you are going to play.
Okay, I'm done. Now, I just want to hear from you guys. What did you think about the show? More importantly, what did you think about the games I talked about here today? Let me know in the comments down below, and we can have that discussion there. With that said, this is Jay Fonzarelli saying, try to be the best possible you, be kind to one another, and of course, as always, my friends, game on.